Come on, girl, get it up the hill. You can do it. Come on. She's having a hard time walking. Yeah. I think her days are numbered. I don't think she's gonna last much longer. Smart thing would be to just sell her while I still can, while she can still walk. Unless they dock me for, yeah. Yeah. I should probably sell her. But I probably won't. Well, I got the pears spread out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 piles. Well, these two found it. These two found the pears. They're enjoying it. The others haven't figured it out yet. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. I guess they came around. Yeah. Where the bowl's going. Because that's not underwater no more. So they're gonna come around this way. But I don't think the black bull has ever tasted pears before. It might take a while for him to learn to like them. Come on, bully. Yeah, I don't think he eats them much either, but he does. He'll eat them. Yeah, I was getting along pretty good here with these cows, so I ain't worried about them. Just waiting for him to grow up next year, and maybe he can do some breeding if these cows are still breedable. I think she is. She's the youngest. And she had that still calf this past spring. But these two, she's the oldest. I think she's still coming into heat, but for some reason, I don't think she's getting bred. And her, I think she's a lost cause. She's an old heifer. A little younger than this one, but still, she's never had a calf. Even when I had a Highland bull here, in the past. Yeah. Okay. Come on, bully. Moving kind of slow, aren't you? Come on. You're gonna miss out on all that good pears. Yeah. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, there's nothing in the bucket. Bucket's empty. You want a pear, you gotta go. I'll get your nose stuck in there. I got them spread out so they don't fight with each other. Pond's still dried up, and the forecast doesn't show some rain this coming weekend. Today's Monday. There's a chance, not much of a chance, but a chance for rain next Saturday and Sunday, but not much. But still not much rain forecast for the next 2 weeks. I don't think he knows what pears are yet. I'm gonna pick up a few of these pears and take them over to him and see if he'll get them closer to him. Maybe he'll smell them, and then he'll want to eat them. It's worth a try. Yeah, he was in here and he jumped out, so I threw some pears right there for him. If he wants to try them. I don't think he's too interested in them. At least not until he tastes one. Ain't too hot today. Mostly overcast, so that helps. Guys, they almost got them eat up already. Look at that. That was a whole bucket. That was a whole bucket. They're almost all gone. There's a few on the other end. The middle's all eaten up. There's a few down there. It don't take long to eat them. That's it. Somebody don't eat it. Maybe it's too big. All right, don't fight with Don't fight. Come on. Man, they're vicious. I always wondered why they don't poke each other in the eye when they do that. I think some of them are too big. They got to bite them. Yeah, she had to bite it. He had to smash it. They're pretty ripe. Oh, he stuck his head in the bucket. Eat the pears, boy. He smells it now. You're gonna be left out in the cold there, bud. Go back and eat those pears I threw out for you. He smells it, I think. Hurry up, boy, before they eat them all up for you. Don't fight with him. Uh-oh. She's gonna find those pears over there. I think so. He might go find some. Uh-oh. Mama's gonna chase them all away. He smells something now. I don't think he's gonna get it. I don't think he's gonna chance to taste any. I'm gonna go back today and pick some more pears off the ground over there, and I might work on that big oak tree too. Yeah, I think I'll pick some other pears, some pears to eat before they all fall on the ground. Well, that's about it for now. The few here, didn't they? They'll come back for them. There's a few pears left now over there. I think the bellies are full. Now, see that one, the young one wants to fight. Well, let me head over to the head over to the farm and do a little bit more work there around the pears. I got the most of the work done yesterday, so there shouldn't be much left to do today. So pick some pears and work on that big oak tree if I can. Sure needs some rain. It's nice, still humid though today because of the cloud cover, but it's not so hot. I'm still working up a little sweat just walking around. But I haven't had rain for such a long time. Middle of July was the last good rain we had. We had a couple rains in between then and now, but I think it only totaled about 1 inch altogether since then. And there's another chance for rain this weekend, but not much of a chance. But a little chance is better than none. And they're not eating them anymore. I guess they're full. Okay. Time to get ready to go to the farm again. At least there's no sun shining today. That's good. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I'll bring some more pears back for him. Yeah. Breeze is nice too. Enjoy the cloudy skies for a while. While I got them. Because when the sun's out, it's still pretty warm. I can feel the heat of the sun, even through the clouds. But next week, after the chance for rain next weekend, it's supposed to cool off back into the 70s again. This week it's supposed to be in the low 80s. So fall will be here soon. What am I talking about? Fall's already here. I'm thinking winter will be here soon. Yeah, another month and a half Is it a month and a half? No, 2 months. Around 2 months. A little bit more than 2 months. Okay. I gotta go. There's a little bit left, a little bit of water left in that little tub there from the last rain we had. Wasn't much. It didn't even register in my bucket or my rain gauge, but it just enough drizzle to fill that up. But like I said, it's all gone now. Cats drink it or evaporate it. Well, I can hear the neighbor harvesting something. Probably the soybeans over there. The road goes down around the corner. There's some soybeans on that side. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear the machine working. I noticed on the way to the farm yesterday, I think the neighbor's either planting wheat or some kind of a grass for some kind of hay for next year. It looked like wheat though. Even though the ground's so dry, started to come up. So yeah, October is the time for planting wheat, but the neighbors only raises stuff for hay, cattle, like some type of grassy hay. I'm not sure what kind of hay it was. But, I guess I'll find out next year. Well, it's after 3 p.m. and I'm going to head over to the farm to work on that big oak tree and maybe pick a few pears too. Well, I'm definitely going to pick some pears. Yeah, this is the neighbor's field on the way to the bridge. Yeah, it looks like he planted wheat. The ground's pretty dry, but it's still growing. Yeah, still growing. Neighbor still has soybeans to harvest. Here, I'm headed toward the bridge. Headed to the farm. It's hard to do this. Trying to. I gotta put this phone away. Before I run into something. Okay. There. I just came around the corner here, and this is that field that I heard a machine out this morning or this afternoon when I was recording there by the house. Yeah, the one on the right is the one that was being harvested. I could hear it. And the one on the left, that neighbor, he raises stuff for cattle, and he's got something planted in here again. He had grass, some kind of a grass in here this summer. I'm not sure what it was. Could have been a Sudan or millet or something, but now it looks like he's planted something again. It's barely growing. Okay, let's head to the farm. Well, I'm at the farm again, and I didn't notice it the other day. Or I guess I did, I just didn't pay attention. But it looks like the renter is planted wheat all over through here. On the other end of that field there, next to those bales, that's my brother's clover for next spring. Next spring and summer has to be his clover hay crop. But this he'll probably plant clover seed in here this winter sometime for this field here. Yeah, on the right, that's what I'm guessing. That's how he gets his hay. He plants wheat. He plants clover in the renter's wheat. Yeah. Anyway, that's Yeah. There's where I'm headed, way over there in the middle. This side of that pond with that big oak tree, and I'm gonna try to girdle that tree again. Our tree is today. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Okay. Okay, let's open the gate. I'm here at the farm where the pear trees are. That was my first grafted pear that I grafted many, many years ago. Yeah, I got a feeling my brother's going to plant clover in that wheat field next spring, early. That'll be his clover field. The spring that I was looking at a few weeks ago is back in there where those dead things are. Yeah, spring starts there where that very dead tree is, right through there. I think that's where it is. That's where it starts. Everything back is still dry, but from there on, at least in the bottom, the little stream there has a little bit of water in it. I might check it out today after I get down here. Should have burnt this stuff in here. Yeah. But there's always next year. Okay, that's what I worked on yesterday, cleaning all this brush out of through here, knocking it back anyway. And then I girdled that one. I had to look it up last night on the internet. It's either ring barking or girdling. Girdling, when you take the bark out and a ring around the tree to kill it. And you could see on that one, I did that years and years ago. You could see where I made a cut with something. I don't know if I did a chainsaw or it's awful straight cut. But I didn't make it wide enough, so it all grew back. Yeah, I think. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try to do it again this year. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it because it's pretty big, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, and then when I get done with that, then I'm going to pick a few pears for me and for the cattle. Yeah, you can see where I tried to ring it last year, or not last year. This was years ago, maybe 10 years ago. Been a while. Yeah, but it grew back. I'm gonna try it again. I think I should keep it down low. There's a bumblebee floating around here. I hope they don't have a nest here somewhere. I think they might have a nest. There's another one here. I must have disturbed them yesterday. Got to be careful. I don't want to get stung. Well, I got the hardest part of the bark off. But see that white streak in there? That's where I want to get down to. I used a big tool to slice that stuff off, and now I want to use a draw knife to take off the rest of that brown stuff. I want to get down to white wood. Yeah, because this other stuff is the one that I think where the sap flows through this inner bark there. Oh, I got to get rid of that. That's going to be harder to do though. It's hard to stand on that hill back there. Tried using a draw knife on that inner bark there, that brown stuff. But I couldn't get it. The draw knife has a little angle. The handles are in a different angle in alignment with the blade, and the handles. Draw knife is too short. When I try to get the blade to hook onto the tree, the handles hit the tree because the tree's too big around. So I couldn't use that. So I used this tool here. I used this to cut the outer bark off, the rough stuff, and I used it again to get the inner stuff. But it looks like I still got a little bit remaining. There's a name for that stuff. I forget. I call it the inner bark support, where the juices flow up and down the tree. So I need to cut some more of that off. I need to get down to white wood all the way around. That's about the best I could do. I got it pretty much cleaned up. I'll touch it up again next year if anything grows back. The tree has a lot of ripples in it. Is that what, ripples? Waves in it? Yeah. And the ones that are in a hollow spot. It's hard to cut it flat without cutting a lot of the hardwood. But I think that'll do for now. I went all the way around the tree. I girdled it. Or the other word is ring barking. In my younger days, I always called it ringing. Ringing the tree. I ringed it to kill it. Without chopping it down, it'll die, and then if it falls, it falls. If it don't, at least it won't suck any juice out of the ground. I'm eating the pear. What a sweet. Even the little ones are sweet. Anyway, I'm done ringing the trees, the oak trees. Hopefully they'll die next spring, summer. Because all the energy from the leaves won't get back down to the root. So maybe that'll help kill it faster. And in the spring, nothing will get out of the root up to the leaves, I hope. I think that's my brother, the one that lives over there. I guess he lives in that over there where that white truck is. You guys are gonna ask me what I'm doing. Looks like the township is mowing the grass. Not sure which one. That side of the road is a different township than this one. I'm not sure who.
Hey, I mowed this yesterday.
There goes my brother. He left in a huff because he got all upset because I wrung those trees. Ringed them. Because he was saving them. I don't know what he was saving them for. Those aren't orchard trees. This is the orchard. And those don't belong in an orchard. They're oak trees. I don't know why he was saving them. He said he was saving them for shade. And I said the pear trees don't need shade. Anyway, he's got all upset. He says he's done. He says he's not going to mow this anymore. It didn't look like he was mowing it anyway, but I'll take care of it now. I'll take care of it. I'll probably use weed killer to keep everything sprayed. And if he tries to spite me by putting his cattle in here, well, that's not against me. That's against the family, because the pear trees belong to the family. I guess those oak trees did too, but nobody cared about those. They like the pears. They don't care about the oak tree. It was never here before. Yeah, when there was an orchard here when I was a kid, that tree grew up since then. So it's not necessary. Anyway, he's done stuff too that nobody agreed with. So anyway, where was I? That's his problem. His cattle are coming back from out there. They're coming up from his pasture, I guess, way out there. Okay. Right now I gotta pick some pears over there. I'm gonna get the ones off the ground first, and then I'll pick in the black bucket for the cattle, and then I'll pick some in the green bucket for me. I got all the pears picked up around here and around where I'm standing. I got about a third of a bucket on the black one, and just enough to cover the bottom of the bucket. The green bucket is the ones I'm going to save that were still good. Those are for me. And I'm going to pick some of these pears that are really small and half rotten. I'm going to cut that couple branches off too that are hanging down too far. Yeah. Just to clear my area. Maybe down in there to cut some of them off and collect the pears. They're hanging down too low. So let me get some more, pick some more pears. Good and bad. Rotten pears for the cattle, and those pears are for me. My sister, who lives down the road, stopped by and she wanted to get some pears, so we wound up picking a whole bushel basket for her. And I had a car cover I put on the ground around there, and I had some kind of a tree trimming tool. I reached up and I shook the whole tree, so I got most of those pears off of that tree. Yeah, she filled up a whole bushel basket. I got that bucket of good apples there in the green, and the black one's almost full of bad apple. I keep saying apples. Pears. Bad pears. I was going to pick some more of those that are hanging down on the low spot. And we can pick them some other time. Works good when you put something on the ground. I don't have a tarp or anything, so I just used my old truck cover. Worked pretty good. Maybe I'll come back and do these other trees some other time. I'm tired. Anyway, those are the trees my brother got upset about because I girdled them because I want them to die. They don't belong here. He was so upset. He said I asked him why are they so important? He said for shade. I said the pears don't need shade. Besides, they're sucking all the energy out of the ground. Anyway, he said that oak is over 100 years old. I said, can't be. It wasn't there when I was a kid. So it has to be less than 70 years old. Anyway, hopefully the top part will die. The bottom part will still sprout out sprouts. I'll have to keep them trimmed over the years. Okay. Yeah, I was going to cut some of these lower branches out here, but I'll come back and do that some other day when I want to get some more pears for the cattle. The black buckets for the cattle. Got a few more to pick up there. At least I'm done out here. There's still some nice pears up here yet. We'll use a tarp or something on the ground to collect these. I can shake the tree from about here. So put something around there and collect some of them. The other ones, there's some nice ones up there too. We can do the same thing on that one. These here are probably not much good, but I'll still try to get them off for the cattle. Might be a few nice ones up there too. My sister, she drops off some pears to her daughter. I got a bucket for the cattle. Not today though. And then I got a bucket of the green for me and a few more good ones in the blue. Oh, I'm good to go. Okay, let's take my cutting tools and load up. There's my brother going around the back side of the barn here with his dog. I'm leaving. I don't want to talk to him again. All he does is complain about the trees that I ringed. Sister got a bushel basket, and I got that bucket for me, and a partial blue one, and then the other black one is for the cattle at my house. Yeah, I gotta go out of here. Get out of here before he comes. All right, sun's getting low. Gotta go. Oh, I'm done out at the pear orchard for now. My brother's out on this dock. I think he might be fishing. There's my niece's house over there. There's my parents' house. My brother lives in it. Another brother. That's the machine shed. That's my sister's house way over there on the way to the farm. That's the hog shed. We don't use it for hogs anymore. And that's traffic coming. It's my brother's widow lives there. There goes my sister. I guess she's headed to the neighbors. I think she's going to share some pears with the neighbors. The guy who rents our ground, yeah, he lives down there about a mile down. Yeah. Traffic out with these side-by-sides, I guess they call them, ATV side-by-side. Anyway, there's a lot of traffic from them. Sister's house. There's John. There's the brother-in-law sitting up by his shed. My brother spread manure here. Since I'm here, I guess I'm going to do a drive-by. Not much to see, but something. Okay, let's do a drive-by the hayfield, or what's left of it. It's pretty, how do they say, dried up. Yeah, it wasn't worth cutting the second cutting, and it's still dried up. These taller grasses here, I cut the seed heads off of those. That's the switchgrass that grows voluntarily. Yeah. It's scattered throughout here. The rest is supposed to be fescue, but like I said, the fescue dried up this summer. Yeah. And on top of the lack of fescue, the dark brown stuff, not the light brown. Light brown is what I usually cut for hay just in the fall, in the late summer. Some kind of foxtail, like it is in the ditch here, which is still green because there's moisture there. But what took over this summer was that the dark brown seed heads of the what is it called? Buckhorn. Yeah, and that don't make hay. Bunch of weeds here. Should have cut them down. Now they went to seed. Okay. Here's some switchgrass right in front of me, right on the edge of the hayfield, and some more on the left. I didn't cut the seed heads off of those because I wanted them to go to seed and spread a little bit if they can. And there's a few more growing, small ones growing out there. They just got started. Yeah, there's about a little grouping here. But that buckhorn, that dark brown, that stuff just took over this year. Could be because it was too dry, and I guess it likes dry. Anyway, it is what it is. Didn't get a second cutting on the hay, but I got enough to get me through the winter, I think. Pretty sure. Luckily I had plenty left over from last. Did I drive through there? Somebody drove through there. Yeah, not much of a hayfield now, is it? Well, I still have hope for next year. Yeah, it's almost 6 p.m., so I'm headed home with the sun in my eyes. I'm back at my house now. Cattle are down there eating the hay bale. Yeah.
Huh. That's about all they got to eat. There's still a little bit of grass growing, but not much. They got hay to eat. Since I'm here, I gotta do a drive-by here too. Just for the fun of it. You just have to watch the traffic. Well, this pond's dried up. Really good, really dried up. There's my new parking spot. I should say my old parking spot for my trailer, which I'm using again. I cleaned it up this summer, and now I can park it here again. A long time ago, I used it, and now I'm using it again. Reclaimed it, I guess. I'm not going to drive all the way down. Whoops. But I will do one thing. What I did, back down to this gate here. I'll drive out to the road. Yeah, I mowed this. I couldn't mow the other patch across the creek. Yeah, it's just too bumpy. Too bumpy. Yeah, it is. I never did clean up that little patch here on the right. Out there. Okay. Let's head back to the house. Unload the pears. Yeah, if it ever rains again, this will get green again before winter, because it's still warm enough for the grass to grow. There's just no water. There's just hardly any moisture in this. Of course, there's more moisture in this bottom ground than there is on the hills, so that's good. Okay. Okay, I'm ready to head back to the house. I've done what I wanted to do today. Path going up the hill here. I don't know if that's deer or what. It's supposed to be I thought there was a fence up here, but I probably took the fence out. Anyway, some things making a path. I'm home. It's 6 p.m. now, and I guess the sun is ready to set. Another few minutes. Gotta unload my pears. I won't feed the cattle the pears today. I might skip a couple of days, let their bellies rest from what they ate today. I know I'm doing those for the cattle. That bucket. Those are good pears for me, and a few more in that one. That's almost too many for me. I don't really need that many pears, but I'll put in the refrigerator and eat them as I go. Yeah. I don't even know if I got room in the refrigerator. I'll have to fit them in somehow. What was that? Huh. Some kind of bird? Shaky hands. Oh, the sun's setting now. Or at least it's going behind the trees. I gotta wait until this coming weekend. Today's Monday. Saturday and Sunday there's a small chance for rain. And then dry again. For another week at least. Hope I get something out of it. I got shaky hands. Oh boy. I'm inside my door now. I'm inside my door, but I opened the door. Well, the sun's already down. Oh, a little lightheaded. Okay, I thought. Oh, look at the deer. Way out there. Two of them. That's beyond that tree. They're back in there. They stopped. I don't know if they heard me or. Yeah, I see them. Two deer. Oh, they're moving now. Yeah, they're moving. They're way back there. I don't want to make any sudden movements. Yeah, they come through here sometimes. They're moving slow. Don't hurry. They don't bother the cattle. Oh, I looked away and they're gone. Oh no, everyone's still there. He's still there. Right by that big tree. Over that way. Yeah, they're still just hanging around out there. I think they're looking for something to eat. What was that? Oh, that's them too. That's two cats. Bound, making a noise there. The deer are still back there. One of them. I see one of them anyway. Hard to see in the camera. It's almost too dark. They're on my side of the fence though. Yeah, they're just eating grass. Just like the cattle. Well, that's all I got for today. That's all. That's all for today. I see that one deer. Between that tree and that tree right there. It's just standing there. I think it's watching me. I can't see it. The tree limbs are in the way. Oh yeah, it's watching me. It's just standing there. Let's see. That tree and that tree right in the middle. Don't know where the other one went. I see that one. Just standing there watching me. Nothing over here. Nothing over there. Oh, they're both there. I see them both. Let me get over a little bit. They're both in there. One's here and one there. They're both there. Yeah, I can see them now. I see them better. Between that tree and that tree. Right in the middle. Hello, deer. Two of them. Probably a mama and her baby. That's my guess. They're just standing there, watching, waiting for me to do something. I guess I'll go back to the house. Or let them go back to eating grass. Still got a few pears on my tree. I'll get to them later. Looks like the cat's following me down here. They're always following me. Deer are still standing there. Way back there. Right in there. Two of them. One's moving around. Out by and said there was a cow out down at the bottom by my pasture. I'm gonna go down and take a look at it, see if it's one of mine. Oh, it's not mine. Maybe I'll get closer in that neighbor's corn. I think I know whose they are. Well, this is where the cattle came out of the thing. They're not mine. I saw three of them. One big gray and a small gray. I think the other one was a white-faced red. I'm not sure. Hard to tell in this light. They were just on the outside of this corn, and then they all ran back into the corn. Yeah, I'll call them up, tell me what I saw.